Residents of Addis Ababa have been ordered to prepare to defend their neighborhoods. This comes amid fears that rebels were heading for the capital. The measure comes after several days of reported advances of the rebel group, Tigray People's Liberation Front. It is engaged in a brutal year-long war against the Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed's government. Local media reports saying that possible restrictions, including a curfew, road closures, and search of anyone suspected of collaborating with the group. Authorities have been allowed to conscript any military-aged citizen who has weapons. Media outlets believed to be giving moral support to the group, directly or indirectly, will be suspended. Abiy Ahmed has urged the citizens to cooperate with the law enforcement agencies. Earlier on Tuesday, officials in Addis Ababa announced new security measures for 5 million residents. The measure required them to register all their firearms within 2 days. The chief of the city's Peace and Security Administration Bureau said all residents must be organized by blocks and neighborhoods to protect peace and security in their home area in coordination with the security forces. Young residents would be recruited to work with law enforcement. All sections of the society must cooperate with efforts to increase vigilance. In recent days, the TPLF has taken control of 2 key cities, Dessie and Kombolcha. The government has denied claims that the TPLF made territorial gains. If the reports are confirmed, though, it would be considered as a major strategic advance. Much of northern Ethiopia is under a communications blackout. Access for journalists is restricted, and this has made it difficult to verify various claims from the credible sources. The United Nations chief, Antonio Guterres, has joined the international calls seeking an end to the fighting. He called for an immediate cessation of the hostilities, unrestricted humanitarian access to urgent life-saving assistance, and an inclusive national dialogue to resolve the crisis. Several Western powers have called for an immediate ceasefire. They have also urged the African Union to broker peace talks. The U.S. Embassy published an advisory suggesting its citizens must reconsider traveling to Ethiopia. U.S. President Joe Biden has revoked a vital trade pact with the country. The move comes due to human rights concerns. In a notice to the Congress, Joe Biden said that Ethiopia's eligibility would end on 1st of January over gross violations of internationally recognized human rights. This conflict started on the 4th of November 2020. This was when the Ethiopian Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed ordered a military offensive against the regional forces in Tigray. This came after months of instability between Abiy's government and the leaders of Tigray's dominant political party. Fighting has been underway since November 2020. It has destabilized the most populous country in the Horn of Africa, leaving thousands of people dead. 350,000 people are living in conditions of famine. And earlier today, we spoke to our correspondent Coletta Panjohi from Addis Ababa. Listen in to what she had to say.
What we have now is just a projection by the rebel forces, or threats by the rebel forces that they will be able to join, to access the capital city. The government has tried to rebuff that and say that that will not happen. And probably the state of emergency that we are seeing being declared that has yet to be approved by Parliament within the next 48 hours is supposed to make sure that that does not happen. Well, with that, then we shall see the government beefing up security in different parts of the city, as well as different parts of the country, as well as putting up other measures that it deems fit to ensure that the capital city remains safe, and also the other parts of the country. So what we have now is threats from the rebel forces, and on the other side, government saying that it is prepared to handle those. So what we know is the Prime Minister has said that foreign forces have supported the Tigray People's Liberation Front in the whole fight. That's from the Prime Minister himself, but he has not outlined who exactly. So what we have now is just speculation. No one knows whom he is referring to as far as the foreign forces are concerned. But that's what the government has said. But we don't know. We cannot pin and say it's these people from this country or this country.
WION now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.